Okay, rebooting the YouTube stream. Let's see if it takes. There we go. Looks like it has. Okay. Did you hear Starfield's coming to PS5? Yeah, and it's funny because I see a lot of people that are like making a big deal about that. I really don't think it is a big deal. Uh, at minimum, simply because you really don't want to get a Bethesda game on console. And I truly do mean that. It's not that you can't play it, it's just that the modding scene for those games is so amazing. I don't know why you really would want to play them on console. Plus, I've literally watched my brother play Fallout 4 on PlayStation, and he ended up with a corrupted save and could not do anything about it. So I think it's just one of those reasons that you really want to play it on PC, is so that if anything does happen, you have the ability to actually go in and grab the files. But yeah, to me, the bigger news for that is the new update that Starfield's going to have. I'm actually excited for that. Let's hope that we get something good out of it. But okay, let's go ahead and get started. I believe I am ready to go. I still have some work to do fixing, hold on chat, things on the Twitter side of things, because for whatever reason the Twitter stream is not like working anymore. I haven't been able to diagnose why. I assume it's Elon made some tweaks. But anyways, hello. How's it going, everyone? I know it's been a hot minute. I think the last time I streamed for you guys was Wednesday. I'm gonna be streaming for you guys today. I'm going to be streaming probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm not sure on the timing there, but probably that should be the schedule this week. Tuesday is going to be date night for us. Basically, girlfriend is here over at my house. She is actually got D&D herself that she'll be playing tonight with her friends. So she can't really come on stream, but she is still here. And then tomorrow night, we're just going to probably have a chill night at home. And then she'll head back. But then we're going to not see each other again until the weekend. So, is what it is. But yeah, we just got back from MegaCon. If you guys have never heard of MegaCon before, I had not for a long time. And it was not until I met her. And actually, I think shortly before that, I had been talking to Bob about conventions, and Bob, I believe, had brought up MegaCon, but I had no recollection of it. It's not something I've heard about locally or anything like that. But apparently, it's a huge deal. Apparently, it is one of the biggest conventions in America, and I did not realize that. At least for nerdy things, and it includes everything: anime, um, gaming, basically like any nerdy hobby or IP, things like Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, you name it. So it's all over the place. TV shows. It's like basically it's like imagine like Anime Expo and Comic Con and like the old school like E3 all rolled into one convention. And so it's amazing. It was a blast. It was a fun time. I think my only complaints were how convoluted they made it to get to the convention, because it's at the Orange County Convention Center. It's huge. It's really a gigantic venue to host things, and the convention, as big as it was, only took up one of the wings, and it has four wings. So the weird part was like the parking situation. They got a lot of complaints about that because I guess normally the convention's in a different wing and it switched this time, and people were all upset about it. But ultimately, it all worked out. It was really good, and we had a blast. Like I said, it started technically Thursday, but it basically ended up being a deal where we didn't go except for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday was a half day, so it was not a huge thing, and it was more of a thing for like vendors and the early birds to get in there. But like I said, I think next time I do this, I definitely will. Blue, thank you for the 42, appreciate it. And Zach as well, thank you for the 18. Hope you guys are doing good. And as well, King, thank you for the 56. I'm sorry I didn't see that earlier. Okay. Parking always scares me at conventions. Honestly, the parking itself was fine, so much as the amount of walking we had to do. We kind of on the first day we were there got scammed because there were dudes sharking people with rickshaws, and they made it sound like it was just going to be this quick trip that wasn't going to take a whole lot. It ended up costing us like $80 to take a rickshaw, and that was just not worth at all. And we ended up kind of just saying like, okay, we got to figure things out. We can't be doing that again. So let me get right in here and spin some AP down. Actually, there's still currently new stuff on an A. I don't know if we'll have time to get to it tonight. So let me go ahead and at least pop 2 Blapples there. We'll go back over to JP because I want to keep AP ticking. Any bus? There was a bus slash like tram that would run people from the parking lots to it, but the lines were so astronomically long that in some cases you were waiting upwards of like an hour. So we're just like, screw it, we'll walk. And honestly, the walking itself was the problem this whole convention, but I don't know. It's not like I can't handle it. I am somebody that is, I'd say, reasonably fit. I'm not like super like, you know, I'm not somebody out there like doing a 5K every month or anything like that, but it's nothing that I can't handle at that point. But it's definitely a lot. I think you're on your feet for most of the convention, so it ends up like piling up, especially by the 3rd day. Like our feet were just aching, so it was definitely an issue. But a little bit, we were kind of used to it, at least me and the girlfriend, from having gone to Disney and doing all those parks over the Valentine's Day weekend. That was pretty much the same deal, so we kind of knew what we were in for in that regard. I try to get there early before the convention even starts. It's a pain, but it's worth it, honestly. And I think that's what we would do the next time. Part of the problem was, and I'll explain by starting things out by saying that Thursday, one of the reasons we didn't go is because we went and picked up Bob, who was flying in from out in Texas. And we went to dinner with him and ate out, and that was fun, and that was a blast. So we didn't do that. But the other issue is that we had just been like dog tired, because I don't think either of us have gotten like great sleep over the past couple of weeks. And so me especially, I've been pretty sleep deprived of late. So it's been a little bit of a problem. And so I know she was saying that, like, hey, we should sleep in a little bit. We don't have to get there right away. Let the lines kind of go through. And we tried to, but unfortunately, there was still like a consistent line throughout the day. So it ended up making it a little bit of a problem, at least getting in that first time. So that's why we said, like, look, what we need to do is we need to go Thursday, grab our badges, and then we can just do re-entry on the other days. And that'll definitely make it a lot easier. JP stuck in a rerun. I mean, hey, I'm not going to complain. Cat had to walk uphill both ways in the snow to go to school, so he can handle some walking. Yeah. But so we basically didn't get there super early on Friday, and as a result had to wait through all of that. There was definitely some complications due to that, as well as like we had to like figure everything out in the rush of all the other people being there. And I think that was the real problem, because it just made it like super frustrating, because the way that they handled the like entry this year was pretty convoluted. It was not very straightforward. So that's why I said, like, most of my complaints about the convention were not about the convention itself. It was about the logistics of like getting to and from the convention. So that was really the big problem. But we had a blast. We were there 3 days. We didn't do too many panels. Most of the time we spent like shopping and walking around and meeting friends and stuff. So it was really, really cool. But one of the panels that we did do is Lord of the Rings. It was Fellowship of the Ring's 25th anniversary. And so they had a bunch of the actors from that there. So we went to watch a panel of like behind the scenes stuff of like stories from like on the set of Fellowship of the Ring. And it included Elijah Wood, Liv Tyler, John Rhys-Davies, and it was supposed to include the actor for Denethor, but I guess he was like not there this time. But what they did have is they had two of the other like production and like arts and crafts people from Lord of the Rings there, and they actually unveiled that the jeweler that worked on Lord of the Rings had started to get licensed again to be able to make a limited version of some of the like jewelry that was used in the film. And they actually showcased, they had like Arwen's super ornate silvery glittery crown and everything there, and because Liv Tyler was there, they literally like had her put it on again, and it was amazing. Plus John Rhys Davies is always just a hoot. He's definitely getting up there in age, but he is absolutely a fantastic actor, and just always a pleasure to see him. Are Disney's theme park prices highly expensive? Yes. Yes, they are. Disney's making a third Camp Rock movie? Okay. As for walking uphill both ways in the snow, I didn't have to do that, but I didn't cosplay except on the second day, which was technically the third day of the convention, but I'm referring to days 1, 2, and 3 that we were there. So on Saturday, my second day, that was the day that I cosplayed, and I actually I cobbled together from like a do-it-yourself site, had like all the links and stuff that I could buy. So I just went ahead, bought the stuff that I wanted to do off Amazon. So I cobbled together a cosplay of, if you guys have ever seen any of the Critical Role campaigns, campaign number 2, the Mighty Nine, it's actually got an animated version that just aired earlier this year. But I basically went as Caleb from the Mighty Nine. And so I had like my huge ass like mage coat / duster. I had like a scarf and everything. I had big long boots and all this like extra like satchels and pouches. And that's actually I can show you guys some of the pictures of that, because I did at least post some of them. Yeah, so if you guys go under CAD chat on the Discord, I posted some of them there, but you guys can see. This was me with the girlfriend and her cosplay on day 2. So it was a lot, especially considering it was Florida and this was like 80 plus degrees outside. So wearing all of this junk, plus I had like hand wraps on my arms and everything, gloves over the top of that. It was definitely something that would have been a great cosplay for winter. Not so much for a summer convention, but you look so tall. I am. And my girlfriend's not exactly small either. She's like 5'9", so it is definitely a thing. I had Whiplash learning Andy Serkis played Gollum. Oh yeah, that's literally like the role that made Serkis famous. I think he was a thing before that, but like that's where like his most well-known role is. He also played Snoke in the sequel trilogy for Star Wars. So pulled Castoria, have 183 left. Should I pull Lady Avalon or Skipper? I have Marie Alter, Tamamo, and Castoria as my SSR units. Yeah, I'd go for Lady Avalon. See if you could try to pull her, because she's an amazing unit, and she'll give you the sort of makings of a invincible comp if you can pull her. Are you Star-Lord? No. Like I said, this is Caleb from the Mighty Nine. I definitely could have gone as Star-Lord. Like, these boots are basically hold on, chat. These boots are basically Obi-Wan Kenobi's boots from Star Wars. I said, at some point I'll probably do a Jedi cosplay, so I'll just go ahead and get them. The problem was, and the story that I was leading to here is, my left boot here, right there on the like right side of it, right underneath the like ball of your foot, I had a nail sticking out of that boot. It was pretty bad. So the whole day, and girlfriend came up with the idea, but I basically had a hard leather coaster, and we just stuck that in the boot, and that's what I stood on the whole day, because otherwise that would have just absolutely made it impossible to like wear at the con. Hair's a bit short for Caleb. It is. I actually had an orange wig, but I opted not to wear it. It's still sitting in here on the desk, I'm pretty sure. Are those new boots? Yes. Yeah, they're El Cheapos though. They were like 40, $50. So, um not something I expect to be like super quality, but I would at least expect there not to be a nail in my freaking boot. Not scraggly enough? Yes. I was joking with her. I was saying I should just go roll around in the dirt. Because Caleb is, at least early on in the campaign, a very dirty wizard. So it is what it is. But yeah, that was my cosplay. And actually she cosplayed all 3 days. So I'll show you guys some images from that. So this was her cosplay day one. And just so you guys can see, there was this like red carpet thing they kept doing for all the cosplays. This is where we went to go take our pictures. And then there was a group cosplay meetup for the Mighty Nine stuff. Well, actually just all of Critical Role characters. So everybody from Vox Machina, the Mighty Nine, Hell's Bells, and then Campaign 4, which is the one that's currently airing. But it was really fun, honestly. I actually enjoyed getting to like be part of this. It just felt super cool. They had a person there doing all that stuff. You guys can see I'm all the way in the back. So again, person for scale there in terms of height. And then this was me after the day because we went to an English pub and I had to like, it was hilarious because we went to an English pub outside of it and I'm looking like an English peasant due to the tunic that I was wearing the whole time. So I basically just took off my trench coat and all the other like satchels and stuff and just walked around looking like I was in standard medieval fare. The old pub, yes. Cad's just a pillar in the middle. I think people doubt me when I tell them how tall I am. And to be fair, this dude was tall as well. Like, okay, so there's definitely some tall people whenever you go to a convention like this. But yeah, I think a lot of people actually doubt when I say that I am in fact 6'6". And this was me driving on the way to the con. Girlfriend snapped the picture. So it was hilarious driving because I had like the fingerless gloves and then the like arm wraps. I looked like way over prepared. Plus with my aviators on, it was like just kind of ridiculous. But next up, we basically, and I actually don't know if he's here. Let me check. Mr. Creamy is playing Across the Obelisk, so I don't think he's going to be paying attention. But Mr. Creamy has, over the years, been very kind to me. He's ended up getting me numerous things from the cons, including several like foam versions of both Arthur and Saber Alter's swords. So I wanted to repay the favor because I know Creamy went to a convention up by him, and he was able to get, I believe it was the Magic the Gathering cards signed. Oh, there you go. Creamy is there. Of most of the Baldur's Gate cast, at least like the main people. But the one person he was never able to get to sign it was Shadowheart's VA, aka Jennifer English. And some of you guys may know Jennifer English from her other roles. She's played, I believe it's the main girl from Claire Obscure, as well as numerous other like main things. And so I went to go get a printout for Mr. Creamy and get it signed. And then I ended up taking a picture with her because I wasn't going to pay for anything else at first. But then I was like, no, I kind of want to get the picture with her because she's tiny. And I just thought it would look hilarious. You got Neil and Samantha? Nice. Yeah, so Jennifer was the only one that was at this convention, as well as Aliona Baranova, who I guess is the, again, performance director that you guys can see there. And she seemed super nice as well. But I ended up finding the perfect printout for Mr. Creamy, so I'm going to end up showing it to you guys. I have no idea how reflective this will be because I have it in a protective case. but this is the art piece that I ended up getting for him, and she signed it with Mr. Creamy's name there, and I'm gonna try to get it sent out to him as soon as I can. Yeah, I had to specifically ask the artist, and it was so funny because we went all up and down the artist alley looking for prints that I could get of Shadowheart, and basically every single one that I found was instead like the silver-haired version of her. And I went up to the artist because I saw this piece and I was like, "Oh my god, do you have that same piece but with the dark hair?" And she's like, "Yes." And she goes to go get it and she's like, "Oh, I'm all out of the like actual poster, but I do have an 11 by 17 print." And I was like, "Give me that." So that's what she ended up getting. Yeah, you'll have to advise me on how to ship it, Creamy, but I did get a nice like hard plastic cover for it, so it's protected. It's not going to get destroyed unless literally whoever's shipping it decides to fold it completely in half, which as long as they don't do that, you're good. And even then it still might be good. So. If she goes to too many games, I could show her the signed print. Yeah, you could. Honestly, she was super nice. It was a pleasure to meet her. So, and actually, she was a trooper because we were waiting in line to get her autograph, and she ended up having to leave to go do a photo op because the convention does like photo ops with the various celebrities that are there, and literally, leaves from that. They tell everybody to wait in line, and then she goes off, does that for a half hour, and immediately comes right back and is like back into like just signing things for people. So basically no break, just kept going. And like I said, she was very nice to meet. So drive to Creamy and hand it to him in person. I wish I had the time. That would be fantastic if I did. Drainer, thank you for the follow. Last con I went to was JA Fax, Recon in Grand Rapids. Nice. Yeah, this was my first convention ever, just so that chat's aware. I had never been to any one of them. I had not cosplayed. I think next time I definitely want to do like more cosplay. It was fun. I actually did enjoy it. I think other than the obvious like issues with having to cart all my stuff around and walk for like miles to get to the car, but that was the only real issue. And then actually I was talking to you guys about the Lord of the Rings panel. Here is Liv Tyler trying on the crown, and obviously she's a lot older now. Basically this was 25 years later after the filming of the movie, but she still looks great for her age. Definitely doing an awesome job. And they had everybody up there and we're talking to them. I actually saw I think it was a YouTube short today of somebody got a special commemorative 25th edition of the One Ring that they were selling at the convention, and they got Elijah Wood to sign it live on like video as proof, and they posted that to social media. So it was great. Or some of the characters you want to cosplay next, Cat? I don't know. I think the big thing for me is I really don't want to have to wear like a wig. So as long as like I was okay with Caleb because it's like, yeah, my hair's not long enough. Oh well, it's still brownish hair with a beard, so it worked. I know my hair is not quite as brown as it used to be, but it's what it is. But yeah, and then again, this was the panel that we were sitting at. We got there early. We got pretty much center seats. The camera lady was like right behind me in the middle of the area, and she was like, "Don't you dare stand up," because she saw how tall I was. And I guess they were live streaming it, so I was literally just right under the camera, and she was like, "He's gonna block it if he stands." And then we actually, like, right after that, we saw a bunch of like the really cool Lord of the Rings cosplays. I think actually my favorite one of this group, besides just the Galadriel that actually did a super good job with her armor, because she had the whole like interwoven like scale mail. I really like the Gondorian guard here. That just looks amazing. Like the whole thing looks super elaborate. He had the entire spear and helmet and everything, and it was just awesome. Also, low key, guys, if you're older, Gandalf, easiest cosplay ever. I had that thought. I was like, why don't I see more Gandalfs? It's so easy. You should go to MetroCon in Tampa this year. Saber's English VA will be there, so I'll 100% see her. Nice. Yeah, I had like no idea that Tampa also had conventions as well, because one of the days we were eating lunch, you had to almost do like group lunches with like other people, because they would just have like big kind of circular tables that everybody had to eat at. So one of the people was like right across from us was talking about how he was going to Tampa Comic Con, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that was the thing. So I'm sure it's not as big as MegaCon is, because again, MegaCon I believe is the biggest one in all of Florida, and probably one of the bigger ones in general in the nation. But yeah, it was fantastic. I should have gotten an actual like picture of the floor for you guys so that you guys could see just how gigantic the space is. It's to the point that you basically cannot see like to the other end of the convention hall from one end. You are literally like in a city of stuff. So it wasn't even really until the final day that we were like, okay, I finally think I've managed to like see like 95% of the booths. I'm still pretty sure there were like 5% that we missed, but I managed to see most of them. Um, and then, like I said, I did not cosplay on day 3, but my girlfriend did. She went as Miss Marvel for that day. I thought she looked absolutely amazing, and so we got to take some pictures. And actually, one of her friends was there cosplaying as Poison Ivy, so it just turned out great, I thought. But yeah, that was the pictures from the convention. I haven't been to a con in a long time, sadly. You should definitely go. It was fun. I think obviously it's a lot more fun when you have like people to go with, right? And that, like I said, we ended up meeting a bunch of her friends. I had Bob there most of the time. Oh, hold on. I didn't post a picture of Bob. I told everyone I was going to. Give me 1 second, chat. Gotta go get it off my phone. Oh, yeah? Hold on. I believe I was just sent something. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that actually works. Okay. So, yeah, this was Bob. Bob was there helping out actually some of his friends that go to the con, and I believe some of them watch me. So, again, thank you to them. Thank you for bringing Bob over and letting me get to meet one of my longtime friends and moderators. It was amazing. Bob, you are not ugly. You look fine. You're absolutely a pleasure to hang out with as well. So, again, I had a blast with Bob. We got to just go all out for like 3 days in a row, and it was great. Actually, it's more like 4, because again, we got to meet up with Bob on Thursday. So looks like Cad with glasses and more beard. Hey, hold on, I can grow my beard. He's wearing pants. Yeah, that shouldn't surprise any of you. Like, chat, I could have worn pants. To be fair, it's actually pretty cold in there. And again, girlfriend just sent me a picture. Oh yeah, here you go. So here's Bob's image as well. This was from day one, I believe, where VIP asked us to take a picture with me holding a banana for scale. This is a 3D printed banana that Bob got that's actually life size. So you guys can see the sheer disparity because Bob's not a small guy either in terms of his height. So definitely a lot going on there. And then obviously Bob also had his cosplay going on. For those of you guys that have played Final Fantasy XIV, you'll recognize his mask. The photo makes him look huge. Yeah. And then this is a picture from a prior year of the convention floor. And chat, it's definitely not the entire convention floor. This is basically, I'm assuming, getting taken from the sky bridge that divides the convention floor. So it goes all the way back up to there and still keeps going this way. Oh, wait, sorry. Can you guys not see that? Yeah. You guys should be able to see it. So again, it goes all the way up to there and basically keeps going back this way as well. 3 to 4 foot football fields long. Yeah, absolutely. Like it was crazy also. Is that the Pillsbury Doughman? I can see it's Ghostbusters, so it makes sense, but did you catch any cool panels? Yeah, the one that we caught was the Lord of the Rings one that I was just showing off earlier. I need to go to another con. Absolutely. And like I said, if you guys are in the area of Orlando the next time it gets put on, feel free to come visit. I'm happy to meet you guys. Happy to at least like have a chill hangout or something real quick. Obviously, I think like whenever you're at a convention, everybody's got their own shit that they're trying to do. But it's at least cool to like meet up at some point and say, hey. No con crud for me yet. Chubbs was asking earlier if I caught anything at the con, and it's like I'm surprised that I didn't, but I am not sick. Like if anything, I'm just sore and tired, which is fantastic. Cad, what's your favorite cosplay you saw during con? I'll actually post some of those. I had a ton of them. Honestly, I think, and they asked me this in VIP earlier, but like one of the coolest things I saw was definitely some people that were like, they were handicapped, right? But they had their motorized scooters, and I thought it was so amazing that what they did is they basically built the outer shell of a tank around them, and it had like a swiveling turret and everything. And I was like, that's so cool. It's so awesome that they found a way to turn their handicap into legitimately a really like cool and interesting cosplay. So I actually was super impressed by that. And it was two of them in their tanks just driving around. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. But there were a ton. Please tell me it was done as Bonaparte from Dominion Tank Police. I have no idea. I'll show you guys the pictures because I did snap at least some, but I don't know how good of quality they were. Because literally it was in motion, and I kind of was like trying to take pictures between people. So there was also a Doug Dimmadome. And it was hilarious because we were walking behind him at some point and everybody was commenting. Which was funny because there were definitely a lot of people when she cosplayed as Sue Storm and when she cosplayed as Miss Marvel that were stopping her to take pictures with her too. So, whereas I think only like 1 or 2 people recognized who I was, as opposed to I had several other people that were like commenting and complimenting me on my cosplay. They just didn't know who I was, which was really funny. Usually for the cons, I just go for the art. Yeah, well, like I said, and for those of you guys that have come in here later, I did get this really nice art piece for Mr. Creamy. And again, there were absolutely tons and tons and tons of fantastic artists there. I thought it was a Fallout cosplay at first. To be fair, it probably could have been if I had just worn like a hat with it. I would have needed to do something to my face to look like the ghoul, but I absolutely could have done that. Cav's the uncle from that Disney cartoon, yeah. You gotta have fun and see stuff. Exactly. Which, chat, you also go there to buy stuff. And man, did I buy stuff. Okay. So, chat, one of my big goals, and I was told that this was going to be a problem for both my girlfriend and for Bob because both of them are like dice dragons and they basically just have so much dice that they want to buy. Now, to be fair, Bob did in fact buy dice, as did my girlfriend. However, I had a mighty need. Okay. So the problem was basically, oh, I almost closed out of the stream there. The problem was basically that I had only the singular pair of dice. Now, for those of you guys that know, I play D&D with a group that is DM'd by Bob every once in a blue moon. But one of the things that I really wanted was to get more copies of dice because while that game is digital, I am also I've started playing on the side a game with my girlfriend and one of her friends that it's only like meeting every month, but they do everything in D&D Beyond and like with physical rolls, and I didn't have anything to roll physically. Speaking of which, just so that you guys can actually see here. So I bought a lot of dice. Actually, let me fix this because I get the feeling I was correct. Sorry, chat. Just trying to fix the camera here because it's apparently gone off. And okay. So let's start off with the egg. So, chat, I proceeded to buy a lot of pairs of dice, and you can keep track alongside me if you want. But the egg, included a set of frostworm dice for basically just I thought it was obviously a cool color combination, but I also just in general thought that this worked out perfectly for those of you guys that have followed my D&D campaign. I definitely wanted something that fit my my current character, and for those of you guys that don't know, I play a Drake Warden Ranger, and my Drake companion is a frost-based Drake. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and let's grab that. And I actually, so that one was from a company called Norse Foundry. Like I said, it's the Frostworm set. I have another Norse Foundry set here as well. And this one's pretty much the exact same style, except it was blood red. So you guys can see. Another very simplistic, but elegant and beautiful. These are metal dice. Very, very nice. And then here we go. Then I got this set. This one's a little bit more complex. It's going to be a little bit harder to see. This one's also from Norse Foundry, but it is basically Yeah, so it's like perfect like forest green, and that's why the color looks a little weird because my green screen is filtering this out. So you guys can see the hard part to see, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get the camera to focus on it. It might not, but there's little golden inlays around each of the corners of the triangle in each D20. So really, really cool. And again, it comes in all of the forms. So I didn't just buy one singular dice, chat. I bought the entire set for each of these. It was tempting to buy at least like a singular bigger like D20. They had multiple of those on sale, and I had definitely considered it, but I was like, no, it just doesn't feel like a good use of my money, especially because the way that they were doing things all weekend was that there was basically a deal for most of them. However, Norse Foundry themselves was not running much of a deal, so I ended up only buying a little bit of dice from them. And I know right now, chat, you're thinking, what do you mean a little bit of dice? Because this is still another Norse Foundry set right here. And this one is almost a like cool bluish rainbow set. So a little bit harder to see. You guys are going to have a hard time seeing some of the rainbow ones here on stream. But let me see if I can pry out the D20. So very, very tough to see. I'll definitely take some more quality pictures with my phone and post them for those of you guys that are dice nerds. And they definitely almost change color. You guys can actually see how they're almost looking like blue and red and stuff, depending on the tilt and the background. So it's definitely an interesting one. But these were a cheaper rainbow set, and I just figured, why not? Let's pick it up. Okay, now all the rest of these sets that I'm going to show you guys are from Misty Mountain Gaming. This is, if you guys remember, I showed off a gold and blue set that I got. That was gifted to me by the VIP crew that went to Anime NYC. I did not have any dice at the time, and they said, hey, let's get him his inaugural pair of dice. And so they got it from Misty Mountain Gaming, and I loved it. So I went back, and this was the place that I was absolutely trying to shark. So this is a pair of dice, actually, that I bought on the last day. And Misty Mountain Gaming was running a buy three, get the fourth free. So every three sets of dice that you got the fourth one free. Now, technically, this applied to any item that you got. So you could buy, say, for instance, a dice box. You could have just bought a singular large D20, and that would have counted as an item. However, they basically made the cheapest item in the set free. So if you were smart, you kind of skewed things to your advantage. But yes, this first set, I saw it actually on the final day. I was like, man, I really wanted to see this. So I went back and I got another like pairing. But it's basically a like futuristic set of dice. And I was like, man, it just almost reminds me of like Star Wars and like R2D2. And I was like, I kind of just want to have this. It just looks great. So that's what I got. It also comes with a D2 that just looks like almost like a memory card. And if you guys don't know what a D2 is, it's basically just a coin flip. And then you can see, okay, did it land on this side or this side? So definitely a really, really awesome set. Here's actually the D4. All D4s are probably going to look like a triangle, unless they are a very unique one where it's like more of like a cylinder style of how they did it. The mythical D2, yes. Okay. Then this next set is a liquid core dice. If you guys have never seen liquid core, just to show you, you guys can see how in the bottom of this dice, it's a little bit clear, right? But all of this black stuff is at the bottom. liquid core means it's actually liquid in there. So it's almost like a snow globe effect. Now, if you look at it, you can see as like it's moving all around in there. It's a little bit, again, I'm sorry for the quality. Oh, ow, of my camera. Hand started cramping. But yeah, literally it actually like moves around everything that's on the inside. So as you roll it, it's gonna stir things up and it's gonna like be swirling as you look at it. So it's very sparkly to the eyes. And again, that was this entire clear set. So it's basically clear with almost like a graphite or like silvery innard on this one. Let's take a good photo showcase for Twitter later. Yeah, that's all good. I know the clear ones are going to be a little bit difficult to see. So in that same vein, chat, here is another one. This one, kind of a similar like rainbow style, but it's actually like clear with a purple tint on the side, but then the middle is liquid core and it's got this blue stuff in it. So as you can see, now the whole thing is swirling. And it definitely like changes color and stuff depending on how you look at it. So it's really, really cool. And that was a whole entire set for this as well. And you didn't get me anything. I'm sorry, Prophet. To be fair, I was more focused on getting Creamy the thing that he desperately needed. And I also used one of my free dices to get the girlfriend something. So, plus, I also don't know what you guys need or want. You'll have to tell me. If you guys have requests the next time I'm at a convention, I can definitely keep my eyes open. Okay, this next set, also liquid core. Yeah, they actually didn't have a lot of Fate stuff at the con. I honestly, I was a little bit disappointed in that. Next set's a little bit more of a clear one, but now it's like a purplish blackish one underneath it. And it's got like royal purple on the inside. You can see when you shake it up, now it's swirling. Again, really cool. And those were all of just my liquid core, I believe. Now we get into the big stuff. Okay. Well, I'll probably save that. Hold on. Let's do these in an order of my choosing. Because chat's going to like some of these, especially if they come out well on camera. Did I get 2 of this set? I did. Oh well. It was one of my favorites. And that must make this, yes, okay. So, chat, let's start out with probably the least impressive pair. This pair, actually kind of tough to see. It's going to look clear, but this one's actually like a, almost like light purple, almost like pink pair of dice. Very translucent, and the ornamentation on the sides of the dice is really nice. Unfortunately, there were a couple of dice like this where you guys can see. Chat, tell me what number that is. Can't really tell, right? Like 20? No, actually, I think it's 18. It's going to be really, really difficult to read, especially on a camera. But it's because the filigree in this is just so tiny. Like all the little ornamentation is so small. This one's actually a really cool one, but yeah, depending on the lighting and depending on how it looks, it's just going to be tiny. But I really did like it. And again, I will take pictures of all of these for you guys that you guys can see them. Earthly, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Any gym sets? Yes. So, That set I actually believe is a gem set. And I know it's hard to see, but okay, so now unfortunately, and I'm going to actually compare these two. Yeah, they're just slightly different, but they are the same set. So this is the Shattered Glass set. And it's, again, going to be difficult for you guys to see on camera. But basically, and again, I wish I could get the camera to focus more. Basically, if you can see on the inside there, how it sparkles. It's actually like, it's not clear all the way through. It basically almost looks like it has air bubbles in it, pockets. It looks like it's almost like a gemstone, like a geode. And it's really, really awesome looking. And I ended up getting 2 sets of that because I didn't realize that I had already bought that set. I basically had to go back and try to find enough to get a buy one, get one on the last day. So we ended up getting 2 of the same. But honestly, I love that set, so I'm not going to be upset about having 2 of it. Okay. And then this one is very similar to that one. Except it's also the Shattered Glass, except it's two-tone. You guys can probably see this one a little bit better. You can see the little, like, amber in it. Because it's blue and amber on this one. Gives it a really, really cool looking effect. I'll show you guys the rest of the set here, just so you guys have an idea about what it looks like. And again, sometimes the black background there is going to help it a little bit. Be able to see more of what it looks like. Oh, fuck, I like that? Yeah. How long until Aoko drops? Should be the day of the pre-campaign ending. The next day should be the live stream, and the day after that should be the start of the event. Chat, this is my next to last set. I know you thought I was done. I'm not. Which actually, let's see what I can do here. Okay. Yeah, this last set, a little bit difficult to see, but this is the actual blood set. Actual see-through, dark, like, you can see it has like tinges of black and then just like crimson red in it. So what the guy did at the con is he held a light up to it. And you can see a little bit, it's going to be kind of difficult to see, but how it changes its lighting basically based off of that. So it glows like a blood red if there's lighting with it. But it's definitely really, really nice. And that's the set that you guys will probably be the most enthralled with appearance-wise. Because, again, like, multiple pieces of the set all have that same aesthetic. But it's also going to turn out fairly well on camera. And then chat, let me see if I can post a picture of this one. Because there is not a chance in hell you guys are going to be able to see this one on camera. It's so difficult for a camera to make this out. Okay. Let me get this posted. Is this something for adults? No, no. This is just really, really tough to see on its own. And you'll see why. I'm just getting it onto Discord here. Okay, so chat. This last set, probably my pride and joy, is another rainbow set. It is rainbow. It is gemstone. It is multifaceted. And if you don't know what a multifaceted die is, it basically means that instead of having hard angles, like, say, for instance, this one has, it's almost like rounded. Like, the edges are kind of cut off of it, so it's not as rough. So, this is the closest I can get you guys here. Let me scale myself down to give you guys a little bit of an idea about how it looks. So again, you guys can see how, like, the faces are not perfect, like, anymore, and they actually have a little bit of edge to them. I zoomed in even closer to give you guys an idea of how difficult it is to take a picture of this, because it's just constantly refracting light since it is rainbow. Like, it is clear, and therefore, like, you can see the angle that you look at it at, it's clear in the middle, but then it's like, oh, over here it looks red, and then at the bottom it's now looking like green and blue. And that's just simply the light refracting out of it. You got a real life Saint Quartz, yes. And again, this is the same thing, just from a different angle. So it literally is just going to change its color depending on the side that's facing up, the surface underneath it, the light that's hitting it, and the literally like the way in which you rolled it. Did Misty not have that same set? The glass set? Yeah, I mean, I ended up getting basically this set that was the liquid core, that is at least similar, but it's not the same. Plus I had a El Cheapo version from Norse Foundry, and honestly I was less impressed with the Norse Foundry dice. There's just less options. So there's this one, and I will put the two side by side, and you're gonna see one of them is absolutely going to turn out far better than the other. And it's just simply because it has much less refraction going on. It's to say, again, the light is not bending. So the one on the right is the cheaper one. That's not like gemstone. The one on the left is gemstone multifaceted. And this one on the left sold out at least twice during the convention. They restocked it, but it was what it was. So again, you can see there's extra cuts in it so that it basically, yeah, like rolling it across the table. When you roll a normal dice, it kind of jumps as the edges hit. This one doesn't. It just rolls. It's almost a smooth roll as if it's a ball, which is actually hilarious because it definitely means that it's going to like wobble a little bit until it settles on it. So you're going to be like, as you're like looking at the dice, trying to figure out whether or not it actually did the thing. So it's perfect. Hey, honestly, that's pretty damn close to like a dream pair of dice. As for how many dice I got in total, let me do my head count here. I have 13 pairs of dice, not including my original. So I now have 14 pairs of dice. I bought 13 at the convention. Technically, I bought 14. However, one of those went to my girlfriend. And the last thing that I got was this dice box. Definitely, like, I need something bigger to store all this dice, but I just like the look of it. It's going to be nice for at least, like, I can bring, like, 2 sets if I want to go somewhere. And it is magnetic as well, so it's very high quality. But I'm also, and if you guys know anybody that does it, I'm in the look, like, I'm out there, like, looking for a, like, custom-made dice box. Not necessarily something to store dice, but something to roll dice in. And I want it to be big, something that I can actually roll, and not something where it's like, and you just drop it. So, I was ecstatic with my haul. But yes, that is everything that I bought. I basically just bought a singular picture, a dice box, and a shit ton of dice. But I am still ecstatic. Wait, hold on. Did I count wrong? Sorry. I bought 14 pairs of dice. Because I forgot about the Frostworm set from the egg. How expensive were the dice? Don't ask that question. Let's just say they were expensive. Depending on what you bought, a pair of dice can be like 10, 15 bucks. Or if you're going more elaborate, I'm going to say like a decent set's going to cost you somewhere like $40 to $60. And then you could be a crazy psychopath like me that bought the multifaceted rainbow gemstone dice that was like over $100. So the most expensive set that they had on display was a hollow set, and it was hollow sterling silver, and it literally was like $300 to $400 if I remember correctly. And I was like, fuck that. I don't feel comfortable rolling with something that's actual like precious metal at that point. Like, yeah, it's the absolute biggest like T-pose that you can do on your friends, I guess, if you did something like that. But all it takes is for it to roll off the table and someone steps on it, and there goes your precious sterling silver. So it is what it is. But I thought about this. I was like, yeah, hey, whenever we do D&D, maybe I incorporate a dice cam, because I also need to be in the mood to get a new camera. At that point, it's a conversation piece. Yeah, pretty much. I actually didn't much care for the way it looked. If it looked better, I might have considered it. But I was not super enthralled by it. Meteoric iron dice with inlaid electrum alloy. I mean, the closest one I have to something like that is this set. The Iberlink. I'm sure it's Cyberlink, but you know. And it looks like almost R2D2 dice. And I really like it. I thought it was cool. Bob got a pair of like wooden obsidian dice. And I thought that was actually really cool too. They're just quality. Dice can be expensive. Yep. So again, we had a blast. Tons of stuff to do there. I think next time we'll probably do more panels and stuff, but it was just cool. I thoroughly enjoyed my time spent at MegaCon. So I got a pick in VIP. Oh yeah, let me grab it. Is that the dice that you bought at the convention, or just yeah, okay, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure I remember you getting this and this and this. Oh, okay, so it's Bob, basically these are pairs, chat. Just so that you guys can see. And again, you can see this is the shattered glass. It's so difficult. Like, a camera can't capture this shit because there's too much light refracting. But this is probably the best look you're gonna get at what the shattered glass actually looks like. Girlfriend bought some jewelry as well, which I actually saved a couple of her jewelry boxes. I figured useful for storage, for dice storage if I need it. That way I can carry around something smaller. The bottom one is the wooden one. Yes, this is the it was obsidian, right? Or was it ebony? I'm sorry, I don't remember, but basically this is the wooden one that Bob got. They also had some like culturally themed dice. I know they had like Polynesian, Greek, Mongolian, Roman. The Roman one was pretty cool because it looked like marble and it had Roman numerals. The only problem is like then you roll it and you're like, shit, what is XIV? And then you're like, oh, okay, it's 14. Like, so you have to actually like sit there and think about what it is that you rolled. Misty Mountain had HoloLive sets too. Yes, they did have HoloLive sets, and they were actually going to be getting more of them apparently. So, if any of you guys are big HoloLive fans, stay on the lookout. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so here you go. Tacos Bales. Oh, okay, so there's a pre-order for Mori dice. You guys can see the theming on that. And there is a crony set. Actually, I really like this. I wish that they had had something that was similar, like dark blue and like sparkly. They didn't really, and that was something that I was kind of looking for. They have Gigi Murin. Which this is such a like obvious collab idea. Narissa here. And I'm just really surprised. Oh, it looks like there's a second set for Crony. This is sharp-edged resin. This is blue sandstone. Oh, I guess they also have hollow stars. Yeah, just a like solid idea. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here you go. So this is kind of what Bob posted as well, and this is similar to one of the sets that I got. Like, this kind of shows you that like shattered glass effect on the inside. And they did have like solid colors as well. Is this the one I got? Yeah. So you guys could see how like they basically instead of it just being a triangle like this, right? Like it instead has like almost like diamond shapes coming off each one. So that it's not as flat of a surface and it makes it of a smoother roll. Which in that regard I definitely like it. But they're absolutely gorgeous. It's just impossible to read if you're looking at it on camera, I suspect. Hmm. Oh, I would have liked this set. Or is this the set I got? I don't know. I don't think they had this one. They may have been sold out. Because they were definitely saying that some of the things were discontinued and stuff like that. I don't even play D&D, but being on this site feels dangerous. And you know what's crazy is I'm sure there's like even crazier dice out there, right? Yeah, Creamy also posted the picture as well. Because then we have the same set, which is awesome. Yeah. There are husky dice. Yes, there are puppy dice that they're doing where, like, if you buy them, they donate some of the proceeds to charity. I didn't buy any of them because I didn't much care for the appearance of it. It was more that they put the little paws on like every angle of the dice, and while it definitely looked like interesting, I was like, I just want it to be like crisper. If only there were dice that look like a barrel. There are. Let's see if I can find one. I don't know if Misty Mountain has any of them, but hold on. I know. Okay, yeah, here you go. I saw a couple of these at the convention as well. These are really cool. So it's basically bullet dice. You have a little like chamber, and they're put in there. And again, you guys can see, right? Like you got like a D20, a D12, a D10, and you roll them, and instead they roll on their side. This is a D4, right? This is a D8. This is a D6 over here on the right. So you can also get this sort of thing on Amazon. But that'd be cool for like if you're gonna do like some sort of like gunslinger like role play or something like that. It's an interesting way of handling dice. And that's one of the things I love about dice is that it definitely feels like there's so many different ways that you can handle it. Yeah, there's like bone dice and stuff that you can find. They're doing a Freyring collab in the near future. What, Misty Mountain? It wouldn't surprise me. Because they're big enough that I'm sure they can. It's more of a like, can you get the rights? Yeah, so here you go. Official Freyring collection coming soon. But they're not revealing what it looks like yet. So yes. Yes, this website is dangerous. Starfinder stuff. Pathfinder stuff. Which is interesting that they can get collabs with that, but not with D&D, right? Darkest Dungeon? Interesting. I don't know what this one is. Coming soon on Kickstarter. But maybe they contracted them. Shadow dancing. Wait, biome dice have arrived? Air dep. I wish to see your biome dice. Why are you taking me there? Yeah, here's the sterling silver chat. Like, to me, it's so small. And I just don't feel like it's worth. Like, it's so difficult. Like the red one's probably the best one for you to make out. Like, it looks cool, but I'm just like, I don't think that's worth. Wait, were there any hollow dice? Oh, yeah. I looked at some of these, like, I saw these, like, gear style ones, but I actually saw, I think it was a YouTube short of somebody that made a dice like this. But it was actual gears, and they actually moved. And I was like, oh my god, that's so amazing. But yeah. Now I think when I get this stuff, I can be much more, how should I put it? selective with what I buy. Bourbon does a bunch of collabs. I mean, it's smart, right? Strike while the iron's hot. Good luck, Warhammer only uses D6s. Oh, the dice make me smile. I mean, it's smart, right? I saw somebody that was a while back. They were posting YouTube shorts of them making D100s, and if you guys have never seen a D100, they're usually gigantoid, right? But they were making huge ass D100s, but they were liquid core, and they were doing like almost entire like snow globe like dioramas inside them. And I was like, oh, that looks so fucking cool. I just don't know how on earth you would like balance something like that. There's got to be a whole lot of like consideration for how to handle that. Got a Necron one myself. Nice. $40K or 40K Space Marine dice. I'm sure that's a thing. Probably one for each chapter at least. Yeah, for instance, here's 1,000 Sunset, which obviously not Ultramarines, right? But yeah, here's your what I assume to be official 40K dice. So it's a thing. The liquid core itself is balanced. Yeah. Zinch. Mm-hmm. So has anyone else in chat ever been to MegaCon just out of curiosity? Or am I the like psychopath that's crazy enough to live in Florida and no one else dares? I have been. Obviously, Bob has been. Hmm. I definitely need to find someone that's like really talented at making dice boxes. Couldn't this year. No, that's all good. Went last year, but couldn't because I got busy. Yeah, it's all good. Never heard of it before. That was the same thing with me. I had never heard anyone talk about it, but it's apparently a gigantic convention. Like, which it kind of makes sense that would like basically like kind of just fade from people's memory because what's the name of it? MegaCon. What's it about? I don't know. It's a mega convention. Like, it does make sense that that would be a thing. It's like I probably have been told about it before. Yeah, is it chat? Is it crazy that I want like a dice tray that's like bigger than a foot? Am I insane for wanting that? Because there's so many of these just like shitty leather ones, and I don't mind it to an extent. It works, but it's I want more. Kind of because the biggest issue with gaming at a table is space. Sounds like people have too small of tables. That's what I'm hearing. Which is also part of the reason I assume dice towers are a thing. Oh my god, that's actually pretty cool. It's got a magnetic spell slot tracker. Hey, Gurus, how's it going, bud? What you up to? With all your dice, you're gonna need a bigger one? Now, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Chat, look at this shit. That's what I'm talking about. That's fantastic. So it's got the spell slot tracker that you can just move. Right? You've got space for your miniature, tons of dice room. And then the top basically folds out to be a rolling station as does the bottom if needed. And then I assume this is more like a DM screen if you needed to, but that's not great. I also love the cover. The cover is basically the classes. That's so amazing. I don't get it. What don't you get? That's for a virtual character sheet, probably. Oh, yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that. It's probably an iPad. I thought it was just a screen dividing it. Ooh, woo, woo. Ooh, woo, woo. I'm actually going to keep that link. Actually, if anybody wants the link, here you go. Because it looks like I saw there's like a Lord of the Rings version of it. Wait, do I not have Twitch chat open? Whoopsie. I do have it open just on the other computer. So. Is that D&D related? It was, yes. I'm just not into D&D, so all the terms I'm confused. Oh no, it's all good. So basically with D&D, you want to be able to like roll your dice and stuff. So that's where having something like this is really nice. So you have a box basically that holds your dice. You probably need multiple sets of dice because certain things require, like, let's say you do a fireball or something like that, and it requires you to roll like, I don't know, like 4d6s or something. Like, you're gonna want 4 versions of that, or at least like have more than one, so that you don't have to just sit there and roll it one at a time constantly. This is the miniature if you're using like an actual tabletop map. So people almost like a board game have a miniature that represents their character that's on there. Spell slots there are basically for indicating how many spell slots you have or have used. So certain caster classes have a limited number of slots, and therefore they have this easy way of tracking it. Otherwise, this is going to be done on a character sheet. But there's easy ways that you can kind of confuse yourself. And then again, they just basically have like the top and bottom of the tray also being able to be a like felt rolling container, so you can roll your dice in here and use that as a means of kind of stopping the dice. You can see she rolls it there. And then again, like chat was pointing out, this is basically an iPad for, and I actually, it doesn't look like an iPad at all. So it's some other type of digital pad for like keeping your character sheets and stuff up, because that's how you're going to keep track. So chat, imagine if you've ever played any RPG, like in a video game, and you had like your character screen that shows you like your stats and stuff. That's going to be what a D&D character sheet is. It's going to show you all the like essentials that you need to know about your character, including to a degree your inventory. So you put roll 20 on your dice tray, yeah, if you need to. And actually that's basically what my girlfriend's doing right now. She's off in another room playing D&D with her people, and she's just playing on an iPad. So oh, that reminds me, I should have given her, I have her leather tray somewhere here. Actually, let me be right back, chat. I flipped the dice tray in there to her, and she was like, "A dice tray, thank God!" Because I guess she was rolling on like the carpet, so it was not going well. That's great. Okay, chat. I thought about starting OC2 with you guys tonight, and I think I am reconsidering that. And the reason why is because I knew I wanted to talk to you guys about the convention. I had all the dice that I bought to show off to you guys. And I also knew that like there's all this stuff going on. But I did and if we don't start OC2, I still want to quickly talk with you guys about some of the other stuff that's going on. For those of you guys that hadn't already seen, we did get the pre-campaign for Witch and the Holy Night. So for those of you guys that didn't know, we're getting a collab event for that this year here on NA, and this basically is going to last until the 28th. So we assume that the event will be happening very shortly after, as I mentioned before. We also got a new buff for QSH on JP. This one's actually great. I was talking with Avalon about it, and for those of you guys that have used QSH over the years, you know that one of his biggest issues is being able to loop for himself. He's definitely a solo artist and somebody that just really likes to kind of keep going and carve people up. However, the big deal for him is that he struggles sometimes to loop because he has to manufacture stars in order to be able to crit. And if he can't crit, he's not going to get the refund. So this change now is basically going to add a 20 to 30% arts buff on himself for 3 turns. It's going to give 5 to 15 stars per turn on himself, and a 100% defense up on himself while he has invuln. This is all huge because the arts buff is just going to help that refund and help him hit and crit even harder. The stars per turn is going to help him manufacture those stars and really just kind of keep it going. And the 100% defense up as long as he has invuln is just kind of nutty, because it means as you keep looping him and you keep getting his invuln, he's going to have that 100% defense up, so that even if something does attempt to pierce through it, he's good. The big thing you're still going to want to watch out for is things like buff block, things like buff strip, but Again, this is going to help him in the case of, enemies just being able to have invincibility pierce, and it's going to be absolutely a game changer for him and allow him to kind of go back to being what is the whole soloing thing, right? Like that his entire claim to fame really was. So I really, really do like this buff. It's a huge one for him. Let me see if there was anything else. I think we did have both Napoleon and Old Man Lee buffs. So the Napoleon upgrade, I didn't get to talk to you guys about him. It was an NP damage buff for basically now 3 turns. His party star drop rate is now 3 turns, and it added party overcharge of 2 times, basically for 1 time over 3 turns. So it's an okay buff. I would have liked to have seen maybe something else, but Napoleon's actually in a pretty good state. He kind of has been for a while because he's always had that anti-divine niche, and he really just has been pretty solid. So making his tactics 3 turns, you can see they did this with Drake as well, so it looks like they're just kind of going back through and doing the tactics buffs for a lot of people. But I actually, again, like this buff as well, even though it probably could have been a little bit stronger. And then the Old Man Lee buff, this one is basically to his skill 2, and it's going to increase his star bomb basically to 20 to 30 stars and increase him having self-charge now from 20 to 30%. That's going to be a huge one for him because Old Man Lee's biggest problem has always been his like one and done style of his skills and his ability to kind of keep going and get back to another NP. This will help on both of those fronts due to having charge. And they also added a 20 to 30% self-power mod versus man attribute. This is also going to be a big one because it's one of the big 3. So even though it's only a power mod instead of super effective, it's still really, really nice for him. It's going to help out also on top of his MP damage, his carding damage. So those of you guys that know that Old Man Lee has some really nice crits. So this is going to help out on basically every facet of his kit. So maybe not as impactful as the Li Shuin buff, but still an absolutely fantastic upgrade for him and going to help keep him in the mix with some of his other competitors in the single target assassin sort of lineup. But yeah, that was basically everything that has happened since I've gotten to talk to you guys last. I didn't want to keep skipping over that. Obviously, you guys have had OC2 come out. You've had the Marie banner, and that's been a big one for a lot of you guys. I know I had several people asking me if I was going to roll. I opted not to, mostly because, again, I knew I was going to be spending a lot of money at a convention. So I said, yeah, let's not do that, and we'll see. But again, FGO looks like it's doing good. It's definitely going to have a lot more stuff to come here. Obviously, JP right now is in the middle of a collab event. It's the Sea Monster Crisis. It is what it is. I kind of anticipated that. I wouldn't even be surprised if we have yet another collab on the JP side of things before all is said and done. Sorry, not collab, rerun. Because I suspect that the devs are stalling for time. They're really trying to get to anniversary, and I think the reason why is because they're not only trying to give the writing staff and artists a little bit more of a break, but they're also trying to just kind of come up with what do we do next, what is it that people want, really pour over those survey results and try to actually get the time to implement them. So there needed to be a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a break in that regard, and doing things like reruns is an easy way to do that. The devs have gone out before and said that it's not as easy to do a rerun as everybody thinks it is, and I'm sure there is some hey, you still gotta dust things off and modernize them for the current patch state, but at the end of the day, it's definitely not as hard as coming up with an event from scratch. So basically the dev comments that it's not as easy as people think it is true, but it's also, yes, it is easier like people think it is. So there's a little bit of a in between. Extra record delayed indefinitely also. Yeah, I saw that. That was unfortunately bad, right? And I talked about that, I think, the last time I was on, that it's it sucks that that's a thing. I'm not surprised, though, because the developers have not marketed the game at all. They have not had anything new to say since like 2 years ago when we had those like live streams where they were doing like VTuber Tamamo and stuff like that. Like they legitimately, ever since they stopped doing that, there has been nothing revealed about the game. So chat, until you start seeing marketing for the game once again, it is dead in the water, and you guys need to treat it as such. I'm not trying to be like doomer here and tell you guys like it's never coming. I'm trying to be realistic with you guys and say that until the marketing like starts spinning up again, the game is not close. So don't expect it to release. And that is unfortunate but true. And trust me, when it does come time to release, they're going to try to milk you for all they can. So they'll absolutely be getting out there and doing some marketing on it. Bandai Namco dropped the ball. Yeah, it really sounds like a lot of these studios are just under the gun and not capable of doing what they want to do. Are you going for Mihoyo CAD? Probably not. We'll see. I think I'm pretty set in what I want to roll for this year, and it's probably just going to be summer. Did you get to meet the Geeks and Gamers crew, Nerd Erotic and Critical Drinker as well? No, I did hear that they were there, but I never really got to see them. There were so many panels, chat, like so many panels. Frank Miller was there doing stuff. Star Trek Next Generation was there. I got to see Jonathan Frakes just at one of the autograph booths. He looks so old now. He's like a silver fox, which is so weird to me from just like recently watching Star Trek Next Generation. For those of you guys that don't know, that's Commander Riker's actor. It was Lord of the Rings 25th anniversary, Star Wars' 50th. God, there was like stuff for Ruby. I don't know. There were so many freaking panels. I think the Twister crew was there as well. And forgive me because I know it's like not sounding like a lot, but I'm actually gonna go look up because literally like my brain just cannot keep all of the stuff in there. Yeah, John Boyega was there. Diego Luna. John Cena was there. Brendan Fraser, because they're trying to hype the new like Mummy movie that they're doing, so he was there, as well as some of the other staff from the Mummy. John Carpenter was there. There was an X-Files reunion, and I guess they're bringing the X-Files back. Mr. T was there. William Shatner was there. Jodie Whittaker, who's the female Doctor Who. Giancarlo Esposito was there. The three English VAs for K-pop Demon Hunters. One of the Stranger Things stars. Yeah, Jonathan Frakes, Gates McFadden, sorry. Brent Spinner, were all there for Star Trek Next Generation. Josh Holloway from Lost. Christopher Lambert from Highlander was there. Frank Grillo. Dean Norris. Corey Feldman. Ron Perlman. Heather Graham. I didn't even realize she was there. Matthew Lewis, who is Longbottom from Harry Potter. The Reno 911 staff was there. The entire like Star Wars The Clone Wars voice actor staff was there. Plus Sam Witwer, who is the voice of Darth Maul, you could not get to. His line was the longest out of just about anybody at the con because Maul Shadow Lord is coming out in April. So like you legitimately could not get to Sam Witwer, and it was hilarious. At least I thought. Halloween was having a reunion. Both Baldwin brothers were there. Johnny Young Bosch was there. Yeah, it looks like 4 people canceled on them. David Winham, who was Boromir. Wait, is that Boromir or Faramir? I can't remember. Peggy the dog, who was Dogpool. I don't know who Stephen Root is, and John Noble, who is Denethor's actor, canceled on them. So there were 4 cancellations. All of the clones were there? No. What's his face was not the. God, why can't I not? I can literally see him, but I can't think of his name. Keep wanting to say Morrison, but it's not. Winham was Faramir, thank you. Oh yeah, they're doing a mummy again. Yeah, I hope that that's good, but I have like no faith that it's going to be. Can't believe they forgot Sean. Yes, I'll be dying. Bean was Boromir. Thank you. Yeah, and he was not there. That would have been chat. If Sean Bean was there, I would have gotten Sean Bean's autograph. That's like the one actor where I would have been like, no. And I would have had him like sign it like to Craig, till death do us part. D. Bradley Baker is the voice of the clones. Oh, is he? Okay, then hold on. Maybe he is. I don't see him in the list, so. But yeah, like legitimately the list was gigantic and it was kind of crazy. So, honestly kind of awesome. So chat, how is Crimson Desert? Have any of you guys played Crimson Desert? And are you liking it? It's all right from what I've watched. I'm kind of worried it's Dragon's Dogma all over again. Chat, I'm going to go try out the new character in Rivals since, again, like I said, we don't have a full stream. And if you guys want to see Crimson Desert, let me know. I heard mixed things, but I think it's a game I'd like if I buy it. Yeah. You can essentially become a wrestler with the right skills. So they're literally putting in White Fox currently, and Black Cat will be coming in at the half-season mark. White Fox is a new support, so we're going to try to see what we can do with regards to getting our hands on her. I'll probably drop in real quick to like a bot match just to figure out how she actually functions. But I've been wanting to get my hands on her and see. The anti-dive support? Yeah, she can basically jump to people, right? So they put Fisk in as the new villain for this chapter story. God damn. And yeah, so White Fox is basically like a Tamamo-like character. I started Silver 3! Hell yeah! Wait, but I already got this, didn't I? Yeah, this is the new one. This is the one I didn't have. This is Elsa's PvP skin. Oh, wait. No, I actually don't want to equip Elsa's PvP skin. So this is the new battle pass, I think. I, honest to God, do not like any of these skins. No, we haven't done Water Olga yet. That's Hela? Jesus, that does not look like Hela. I have better. This, I've seen so many memes about this skin already. That he's just naked. Honestly, not Angela's worst skin, but I'm still not a fan. I think this is the skin that I like the best, and of course it's Luxury Battle Pass. This is literally just a like chromatic recolor of Hawkeye. It's one of the laziest ones ever. Low-key Thor. Okay. Luna Snow. Low-key Loki. I mean, at least that one's a funny meme. And chat, am I crazy for, even though I love playing as Penny, I don't like really any of Penny's skins? They look so fucking weird to me, and I'm like, you guys need to make the mech cooler. Stop making the mech not a mech. Esports events. Edit my predictions. Do I get anything? Oh, so if you're accurate, you get things. Okay. Okay. Well, chat, I'm gonna need you guys to tell me who is actually good. Baker? Baker doesn't play this game as far as I know. So this is just a, like, anybody can do this style of event. Oh, you get blue Deadpool. God damn it. Got Monte Cristo on a single. Nice. Yeah, I think this is about to go bye-bye. I actually do like the skins from this. Oh my god, let me out. How do I get out? I'll equip that. If I get to rank 18, I get the Squirrel Girl costume for free. Oh, good. That's like the only... Oh, wait. But it's got Rubber Ducky Jeff. Okay. Let's just hop into an AI match real quick. I don't even care what my missions are, and we're gonna go try to get the new hero. Don't do it? Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Not yet. I usually wait to see if I'm gonna, like, complete the thing, and then it's like, if I completed it and I liked the skin, then I'll buy it. But otherwise,
team to win this one.
No.
Agent F1.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Let's try her out. Let's see what she does. Bounces off terrain and heroes, hums into nearby heroes, heals enemies and allies. Awakens /forward with a flurry of attacks. Continuously heal nearby allies. Do not receive healing effects. Dash forward. Teleport to a chosen allies. Left shift. You saw the battle pass. You know how rough that's going to be playing comp for it? I'm
Don't
not.
raise my voice. My actions speak
30
for
seconds.
Okay, so I can just teleport.
Get ready.
I've had my eye on you for some time, Mr. LeBeau.
What is my right click?
Please.
Tiger Division has been planning a massive sting operation on the Thieves Guild.
Continuous healing
And
unstoppable
you're
and
a
life
key
steal for a
person of
short time.
interest.
On second thought, call me.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Need assistance!
I'm still reading.
Get up. We need you.
The hunt resumes.
Oh,
Punisher's down. Crazy.
What timing? Perfect synergy.
how do I transform? Is it just my ult?
Extra shielding. They'll have to hit harder.
Lead them to Khonshu.
Double kill!
Clean elimination.
Okay.
Feeling fantastic.
Double kill!
The king's reign comes to an end.
I'm good to go.
King strike. Efficient. What's the castle entrance?
How the fuck do I heal myself?
King strike. Efficient.
Okay.
Extra shielding. They'll have to hit harder. No. What's the castle entrance? Shongwet Shigon. Let's finish. Damage sustained. Need assistance.
You got them all!
Okay. I don't know where my co-healer is, but oh fuck. I just got trimbled. Could probably go look at the new person. Yeah.
Fox on the run.
Okay. Sometimes you just gotta use the abilities to figure out what they do.
Maximum pulse.
Okay, so I need to hit people with the right click. Does it also damage enemies? Damages and charms enemy. Oh, disgusting.
Damage sustained.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think the co-healer's actually healing. I think he's just sitting back at base or something. So it's a little bit of a problem.
Only 60 seconds left.
Well, I stopped the tap.
A shortcut. I am more than.
Okay, now the claws come out.
30 seconds.
Punisher's down.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem if you're gonna get focused. Loki bot just killing me out here.
Fox on the run.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Honestly, considering it's my first time playing her and I'm solo healing, I'm not doing terribly. This is more of an issue just in general.
Better stop that vehicle. Stop them.
Back in the hunt.
Here.
The moon haunts you. Your powers are mine.
I'm excited. Need assistance.
Still a chance to stop them.
What timing? Perfect synergy. Thanks. Turn around. They're behind us.
Yeah, now we're triple healer. No, no, just double.
You stop them in their tracks.
I guess the guy changed off of Invisible Woman.
Classic castle antics.
Battlefield.
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
Double KO. That's 3.
I'm sorry, Boot. Forrest, we'll remember you.
Just up with you. Stop them in their tracks.
Took out the other food.
That put a spring in my step. Pulse charge. Fire.
Nope.
I'm doing this my way. Leave
Good
them to
timing. Perfect
Khonshu.
synergy. More like magic. The
Lights
arc
out
is
the
active.
sky.
Crystal power.
Wait, what? Why did that? I hit
60
shift,
seconds left.
not E.
Team strike. Efficient. 정우의 시간.
Right behind you.
I just basically kept them in spawn.
Down to 30 seconds.
Have fun. Good timing. Back in the hunt.
Let's help. You got them all.
Oh, did the rest of you enjoy your little coffee break?
One more time. Final 10 seconds.
Pulse charge.
Have fun.
Pick a fight with Proton.
Oh, change active.
Another
we go.
epic victory.
Yeah. Honestly, considering I had no idea what I was doing, I'm not like proud of that, but I'm also not like upset. She sprouts a new tail when you have the charge. Yeah. I can join you once you're finished. I'm just literally in bot matches, so feel free to. I do not mind. I'm literally just gonna use this as a means of like one completing stuff and also just to like figure out what the heck is going on. So one of the other things, let me get Ashen, is if I switch over to competitive, come over here. So chat, this is her PvP skin. Chef's kiss. That is actually a way better version of her outfit, in my opinion. Like, I think that just looks super solid. And you only need to reach gold, of which I'm already placed in silver 3 minimum, so I don't even have to fight that hard to get there. Nice sweatpants. Yeah, we're not doing competitive though. And Ash, if you want to try out the new character, feel free to as well. There's always other shit I can try.
Top-notch team to win this
You're just
one.
gonna have to be fast to lock it in.
I'm going in.
Why is it not locked? Jesus. Okay. I tried to get my butt handed to me hard enough that I quit out entirely and had to redo the whole gauntlet again. Yeah. Olga's a little bit rough, especially the second and third one. Third one to me, though, is the worst. The question is, what gives the spectral tails? Is it just hitting enemies, or is it healing as well?
Heroes don't wait for opportunity to strike.
Restore spirit tail energy.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Hitting enemies or summons grants one-time healing to self and nearby allies.
We're a long way.
Select an ally to grant continuous healing, unstoppable, and life shield to start time. I have not gotten to do that.
I am smiling. Internally.
That's not how smiling works. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There were triple heals in a freaking bot match, which is hilarious. Woo! I am sedated and ulted.
A nice deep freeze. Focus on the battle.
Did I just watch the cloak and dagger kill themselves? Oh fuck. God damn, dude. I hate Human Torch. It is just such an annoying thing because you don't even realize you're taking damage from him.
On the run.
I was worried.
Damage sustained. Need assistance. Luna, Toa. Good job, guys. Run, let's run. Back in the hunt.
Supernova!
Nope.
A nice deep freeze.
Got him.
Halfway there. Keep going. I suck.
Oh, no kill shot!
Less damage. A nice deep freeze.
See, I'm already getting the hang of it a lot better. Plus, it helps when I have a competent toe healer.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
What the hell was that delay?
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Taking it.
Good timing. Perfect synergy. Target locked.
Another spirit steadies.
I don't know what the hell that was.
I
But I definitely like her mobility. You can zoom around the map. What's up, guitarist?
Don't let anything stand in your way.
It's her melee form that's clunky.
This is your big chance.
Your powers are mine! Behold the god of thunder!
Oh, fuck you, Thor. What is this bullshit?
Behold the god of
Look at this shit. Look at that perfect tracking.
Ready for action.
God, I hate bots sometimes, dude.
Behold the god of thunder!
He's ulting again? What? Woo! Woo!
Damage sustained.
Oh my god! How am I supposed to do anything faced with this?
Double KO.
Now the clouds come out.
Not on our watch. Vortex field.
I gotta try out Luna after the buffs too.
I suck.
Strike, please.
Yeah, that charm is really nice. She's basically like Ari from League of Legends. I don't think her right click in this form does what it's claimed to do. Yeah, the bots just want my booty hole, dude. Like, look at them. They just hard charge me.
You need me.
Come on then. We've got a mechanical monster to hunt.
Jesus, dude.
Another epic
Okay, so got MVP. And I literally was MVP most of the first match, too. Also, Ash, I'll drop down into VIP 3 if you want. Okay. Tons of stuff. Yeah, as you will be.
I'm so.
Oh, you were playing Elsa. No wonder. Yeah. Yeah, she can kind of use her like elephant like shotgun thing to like fly through the air and stuff too. She's really weird, but she's very strong. That being said, I think they nerfed her like with this patch, so I think she's still good, but I don't think she's like as dominant as she was.
Yeah, she's to be like goes rush in and then do a couple bits of damage and then back out type of game.
Yeah, very much. And her ult can gather people up and either run them off a cliff or bring them back to you, and then you can shotgun blast them if they come back to you. There's a little bit of strategy to her.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
It is funny because since the new character's already been out for a couple of days. Okay, well, I say that, but 3 people just left because I was faster than them. So I was going to say, I haven't seen a rush to pick the new character, thankfully, but apparently not. Would it be possible for me to join the team as well after this match? Sure, go for it. Again, this is just bot matches, so I'm not like, I'm literally just dicking around trying to figure out how the character works. And more or less than anything,
Speed,
trying to get
stamina,
some
and
actual
some very
like
sharp claws.
30 seconds before you attack. Get
mastery of it. So it's weird because if you scroll into this form, it says that her right click says in Kumiho form, select an ally to grant continuous healing, unstoppable, or lifesteal for a short time. This does not actually do this. Unless Kumiho form is just the ult.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it may just be just the
You
ult.
have to stop them from securing the mission area.
God, I cannot see where any of you guys are to heal you. I don't know what that was, but I survived against a Wolverine in point blank for a long time. So I ain't gonna complain. Oh, rip that guy. Fuck. I got you. Okay, she's charmed. You good, Ash?
What timing? Perfect synergy. Spirit steadies.
Okay, keep that up. There you go. Oh, you didn't need to do that. My man just ulted. See, the hardest problem is I basically need to melee to heal. Okay, got her.
Pulse charge, fire!
I can definitely see that her weakness is basically if I go into melee and then have to pull out. Oh, right, I have the shift in that form.
Sarah sends her regards, vile witch.
Extermination!
I'm gonna die here, and I'm sorry.
My spirit steadies.
I'm just trying to keep the Atom alive. We're getting mag. So that thing that I put down is a shield. If you see it, you can duck into it for a little bit of a reprieve, but it does have a limited amount of health. Okay, I'm ulting. We're just gonna keep ulting on the Luna so I get healing. Oh, I got frozen! No!
Only 60 seconds left.
Damage sustained. Leave it. Good timing. Perfect synergy. Back in the hunt.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm dead. Adam, save me! He's saving me. That was like the perfect time for that Cap to ult. But now your ass is mine, Cap! Oh my god, that Adam actually has saved my life like 3 times. Holy shit.
Another epic victory. Big win.
That was way sweatier than it needed to be. New FGO player here. What should I be spending my Ram Prisms on? I usually like to do the Mystic Codes or, again, a really like good craft essence like Sweet Crystal. You're probably not going to have enough for Sweet Crystal right away. So my advice would probably be the Mystic Codes. Usually I like Fragment 2004 or Anniversary Blonde's probably the best one at the current point in time. Yeah. No problem. And feel free to ask any other questions you have. Ah, sorry, Sparty. I forgot. I literally just queued in again. Let me get you on the next one. I get like in like automated go next mode. And it's hilarious.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
Okay. One spirit toe, yeah. So I guess this is her awakened form, is her actual, like, normal form. Oh, wait, no, awakened state is E.
Escape pod ready.
Oh, hey, what's up, War? How's it going?
Speed, stamina, and some very sharp claws.
30 seconds before
I actually
you
really
attack.
like White Fox's
Get ready.
gameplay so far. I'm gonna have to see how she handles in a game, though. It's gonna require
Division has had its
a
eyes on you
competent
for a
co-healer,
long time, Castle.
and that's gonna be a problem.
Sorry, but I don't work for anyone.
Yeah, so she gets the second tail, and then this third thing
I'm not
regenerates,
interested in hiring
and...
We're considering locking you up for good.
Give it a try, Fox. and
the
we'll
third
see.
tail.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they
All you need to
did.
do is capture the
So,
mission area.
my
Got
ult
it?
apparently makes people inside of it CC immune, Ash.
I haven't crossed.
So, think of what that does for Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Oh my god, though, I'm sorry. I was chasing the co-healer to try and heal him.
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
You have my thanks. Heavy weapons. I'm in love.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Okay, so if you hit someone with the dash, you can do it again.
That's the castle entrance.
Oh no, the shift fucked up.
The hunt continues.
Somebody around the left end.
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
Back to my old self.
You need to teach me that. Go through.
I don't know what that Adam was trying to do there, but it was not working.
That's better. What timing?
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
I have no idea what happens when Rogue steals my ability.
The perfect hit. These will reach the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I'm hit. Cover me.
Goodbye for now.
Whew.
I am ready to put on a show.
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
I need to keep more of an eye on my gauge, but I'm so focused on, like, the mechanics.
Reclaiming our power.
Good timing. Perfect synergy.
So close. It's your big chance.
Again!
Hell yeah, baby!
Public humiliation.
Back in the hunt. Damage sustained.
Oh, I died! No! Somehow the magic lived in the middle of all of that.
Nobody can
Damn it! That was my only death.
I think I died twice.
God, the Jeff just did not heal.
I feel like Jeff.
I think he was. And again, it's a bot match, so I really, truly don't care as long as we win. It's just... Yeah, sometimes you notice that and you're like, what were you doing? I think he was just left-clicking his way to victory.
Bro didn't shoot the same.
Yep. Okay. I'm understanding.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Yes, we gotta pick up Sparty. Gotcha, Sparty. Wait, or did that just... There we go. I can customize my home background.
so is Black Cat supposed to be?
Yes. Yeah, she's at the half season mark. And then after this, they're apparently doing like all the Avenger stuff up to like through Endgame all the way to Dune. Heckin' love Barcast. Hello, Fox. Just made him healer. Now I have to play it again. Yes, she is. I see Fox has noticed the Fox woman. They also buffed Luna, and Luna is the pairing with her because she's a Korean Fox
Pick
girl.
your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
Yeah, feel free to dick around with them. They did buff Blade, so feel free to try them out.
Buff Blade acceptable in a party, or Buff
I
Blade, like,
believe so. I've actually seen pictures of him popping off, so.
Picture.
Like I said, I haven't played myself. This is literally the first time I've logged in since the patch, so you're just gonna have to take second-hand and third-hand knowledge from me.
My
I just like
senses
the
are
fact that
sharp,
it's not
and
even
my claws are
like
ready.
super confirmed. It's just pictures.
Oh, did my game crash because I hit
30 seconds before you attack.
Okay. It's still intact. I'm
How many of
surprised.
those
I thought it was a
mystic portals
goner.
of yours can you open at once, Doctor?
I'm not sure I feel comfortable divulging that information without first
If
understanding.
she gets taken,
why.
I can play as my second main, Hatsune Miku, and it just
Tiger
works.
Division
Yeah.
could use a way to-
Like I was telling him, I actually need to pop in and try out Luna because they did buff her apparently.
I have no interest
One.
in using magic.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Speak to Loki.
But she's an anti-flank person, so she's definitely interesting.
Good timing. Got the hunter. Make it.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Boom! No skill shot!
They did apparently nerf Bucky.
Power.
The mission area is yours.
What's gonna happen, Blade? We both heal while we melee! That's just funny. I've also played with Storm in competitive, at least in the prior season, and she's holding up really well now. Dude, that charm is so fucking disgusting.
Double kill. That's 3.
Yeah, when the enemy groups up like that, if they don't focus you, you just run all over them.
Mission area. Keep going.
Oh! Oh, I healed my way out of it. Holy shit, dude. No, you're not.
The greater trickster.
Very nice. All right, fine. I'll reinstall the game. Go for it. I mean, to be fair, I've been playing for a while now.
Speed.
Apparently, there's some drama in the competitive side of things because they added a third ban slot and some people are using it to ban like all supports. And so supports are striking right now. And that's fine. I do understand and think that like that's a really stupid like play by the community, but also at the same time it's like learn to play around it. Like if they ban everything that's good, then they have to suffer as well. And it's like if you're gonna ban all of the good strategists, then you need to understand that if a support player doesn't want to play support now, you're gonna have to play support. It just is what it is. So I've found it to be a really hilarious thing that the community's doing at this point. I don't think it's smart on either side. It's not smart to boycott, but it's certainly not smart to ban all of your supports, like all of your own team's units, right?
Oh, they're doing bans on their own selves.
Yes, yes. People are like coordinating to ban all the supports between the two teams.
Creatures have risen from the realm.
Mission area is yours to capture now.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, it's me and them in the back alley. And I killed 2 of them. Regardless of the ult. Okay, they're charmed. Dude, that charm is so nasty on Mag if he doesn't absorb it. Yeah, you can just jump all around with her. I actually think they need to make the cooldown on this a lot longer. Like, if I get singled out, I'm dead, but I can just zip around the battlefield. I refuse to play comp. I only do because of the skins, and Fox, you need to see her PvP skin. It's nice. It is just a recolor of this, but it's like a dark blue.
This area is ours.
Control lost.
Hold it. Namor's octopus is near, and it is not friendly. Octopus is off the menu. Change action.
What? What? What is that shit?
I'd say we were outnumbered.
You just have to get gold. Usually for me, that's just like go through my placement matches. But for some people, if you like get in a bad streak and you lose a bunch, you'll have to grind a little bit, but it's usually not too bad.
Amplify. Damage sustained. Need assistance. Happy to help.
Your power supernova!
Almost yours.
Change action.
Careful, she's ulting.
Wounds here. I sense them. Close. Spirit steady.
Ah, damn it, dude.
You'll have to keep
And then my E ready.
winner.
Everything's ulting to kill me. When they release a Miko skin, oh, they probably will. We already know what her first skin is. It's just a like hacker girl type skin. But I assume she's gonna have some beautiful ones over time.
Director's injured. Mayday.
Rocket.
Powerful spells requiring extraordinary.
I'll fuck up both.
Seized. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
I literally ulted to shove him off.
But is it like pulse a wave that shoves people backwards?
Yeah, basically, but she just pounces constantly, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, so it's like fantastical, but it's
Yeah. Yeah, she's fun to play so far. The biggest issue is there's times where like she can only basically heal herself through melee or if she's ulting. And if she's ulting, nobody else can heal you. So it's a little bit of a like tricky thing, and I can guarantee that's going to be the difficult like thing that you got to figure out is like when to ult where you're not just going to get immediately focused and brutally murdered.
Your hero. Or villain.
Or villain, I'm not judging.
Let us know.
Persephone!
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't even know who. I'm a.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
What happened? You effed him?
Yes.
Hey, you effed him though.
I don't know. I don't care. This is the only Luna Snow costume I have? Interesting. I thought I had others.
Superpowers are amazing. Also, the ice effects look great on stage.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Ah, yes, triple healer.
You think you know the code.
What is the
You wouldn't last
Fox Spear for protection? Luna can activate it for a burst of speed and fire it forward, healing allies in its path while applying charm to enemies. What the fuck?
Your powers feel like nothing more than a summer breeze to me.
Okay, if you say so. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
I should be able to play Luna a lot better now too, since my internet's fixed and I don't have shit-ass connections.
Mission area. Got it?
The Sanctum Sanctorum is my refuge, my fortress.
Come on.
Snowball fights.
Get fucked, Ultra! You know, it might have helped if I had not gone far forward and remembered that Luna Snow is not really a frontliner. I got revenged by the Ultron.
The mission area is yours.
Advantage gained.
Yeah, Hela is apparently the pub stomper. If you can aim with Hela, you can just shred people. Her and Phoenix are just nigh impossible to stop right now.
Chaos! Sniper! Sniper! Spirit steady! Be strong together! I was worried. You need to teach me that spell, Steve.
I am strengthened for battle.
I don't have to be center stage. That's better.
Our enemies are near.
What does the F do again?
These mechanical weapons are no more.
You'll want to protect your roots.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
I'm hit! Cover me! Strike! The spiders are cute, but I was worried. It's okay. Admit it. You need me.
Damn, I missed.
I suck. You should be playing shuffleboard, old man.
These mechanical weapons. I unleash the Vishanti's power.
I like the code. I don't have to be center stage. Why would I? You should be playing shuffleboard, old man. Be strong together.
Okay. Ugh. Giant lady? I mean, that'll probably be a thing at some point. There's a couple of characters where I wish their designs just actually looked better. Sorry, not Hela. I mean, I guess Hela, but Angela's one of them. To me, she feels way too like almost butch. Like she could be a Barcast like character. They just didn't make her look
One
good.
sorcerer to another. What's the source of your power?
I think that's why like my favorite skin for Angela is basically the one where it's like Cybertronic.
One day when you enter my realm.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
To rule the afterlife is to rule everyone, eventually.
God damn it. I didn't position it correct.
I was worried. should be playing shuffleboard, old man. Need some help.
Thank you.
Never miss.
I am ready to put on a show.
Looks like the mission area is going now. Spider time!
We are undefeatable. I like the cold.
God damn it, dude. I should have froze one of them, but
I need assistance.
Thanks.
I was really hoping that people would have like finished it off by that point.
Healing. Why would I need healing? Be strong together. You should be
Got him.
playing shuffleboard, old man. Oh, a nice deep freeze. That's better.
I was fine. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
You chose the wrong side.
Trophies!
I'd already forgotten.
Land for me. Good. That one hurts. Blow up.
Can someone exterminate your robotic breasts?
It's okay. Admit it. You need me.
Midgard has a worthy sorcerer after all.
I should be singing lullabies.
Nobody can stand up against a full-strength Scarlet Witch.
I suck.
Suppose that
You
helps.
seeing stars?
Perfect!
Double kill! I really didn't want to get a shot.
I don't know what that ult was, but
Be your best self.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
And strengthened for battle.
I suck. Why would I need you?
Maximoff, the mutant brat, shade.
Snowball fights. I don't have to. That one hurts.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Double kill!
get clapped on, bitch.
Needed help.
The area's almost yours!
I am ready to put on a show.
Look who's here. I was fine, but thank you.
We're finding our groove.
Oh, the Jeff got a quad. God damn. Actually, kind of hard to do on that map.
Another epic victory! Big win!
Okay, now I have to play something. I have to play a duelist so one of you guys can heal.
Oh boy.
I just needed for
Top-notch
missions.
team to win this one.
I am the Phoenix.
I will try out
Behold my
Pahonix.
cosmic might.
Pahonix.
Yep. Hooked on Pahonix.
Pahoni. I will become charged. Charged? What?
I wish I liked Phoenix's skins. So far, the ones that they have out for her, I'm just not a huge fan of. And it's like they do weird stuff with some of the designs sometimes where it's like, oh, her shoulder pads are just ridiculously big. Why? I don't know.
Yes.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
It's, I guess, to give her a bigger hitbox, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But I don't work for anyone's government. Not anymore.
Shift the teleport.
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Damage sustained. Need assistance. Really? The Punisher is down. An endless war ended. Oh, Jeff. You poor, sweet creature. Psychic shift.
Double KO.
Next time, stick to punching dragons, Iron Fist.
I'm coming.
Cosmic Flame.
Oh my god, Mr. Fister! Jesus Christ!
Double KO. That's
He's
3.
so stupid.
Once more.
My bones. Yeah.
Psychic shift.
Better stop that vehicle. They've made it halfway. Stop them.
Come on me!
There's still a chance to stop them.
Your life force is mine! Power pressure. Nice finish! You are nothing!
No. I find you.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah, is there something I'm missing about playing Phoenix? It feels like it.
Sorry. No, it's no.
That or I just suck.
I am Asgard's might!
That's 3.
Really?
Wow, 4 in a row. 5. That's amazing.
Next time, stick to punching dragons, Iron Fist.
Just like water straight to bed.
Yes.
Turning up the heat.
Why wasn't it like that from the beginning? I have no idea.
Us against the world.
I cloak one off the edge.
Yeah, I've noticed that for some odd reason Cloakbot likes to commit Sudoku.
Next time, stick to punching dragons, Iron Fist. You are nothing! That's all it took. 3 cosmic flame! I'm hit! Cover me!
Double KO.
It's Mike again, sir. Turning up the heat!
Only 60 seconds left.
Those.
Thanks for the boost. I sense them. Close. Turning up the heat!
Gather around. He stopped them in their tracks. Double KO. That's 3.
Did you have fun at the con? I absolutely did. I had a blast.
Danger at your rear!
It's not over yet.
Cosmic flame!
Final 10 seconds.
Come on, me!
Nope. Yeah, he literally triggered it right into where I was just teleporting out of. And he got blown up. I actually ended up not having a bad game, but it felt like I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn there at first. Every character feels like they aim slightly different, and so there's almost like a warming up period to them sometimes. Fundamentally, you can still be decent, but otherwise, no.
But I definitely had better accuracy.
Yeah. You don't want cheaper townhomes? No. All right, I'm also gonna do something just
You'll need a
absolutely
top-notch team to win this
heathen
one.
here.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon. I tear through the cloudless night. I tear through the cloudless night.
That's right.
Just like the moon.
No.
Mewtwo Legend? What is that skin? What is that skin? I have never seen that before.
If we're goofing, I'm goofing.
Yeah. Do her costumes also change her Phoenix form at all? A little, but not. It's still a Phoenix. And yeah, we had a ton of fun at the con. I'm absolutely ecstatic. I can't wait to go back again.
Grenade, silly me. Oh, and
30
Khonshu is
seconds
my
before you attack.
shield.
Get ready.
My dear sweet Susan Storm.
Okay, so I have 2 boomer dangs. So chat, what is the I win combo with Moon Knight? It's put down Ankh and then like right click, left click, right click, left click.
Other way around. I think
battle
it's left
starts in
click, left click,
5,
right, left,
4,
left, right, left.
3,
Very much.
2, 1. You have to stop them
Left,
from
left,
securing
right,
the mission area.
left, right, left.
Some call me.
They destroyed my Ankh. Help, the bots are already better than normal players.
Nice work, Nemo.
Ah, I've died. I was a knight. I should have been in the front.
Guess Khonshu's got
The
my
Marie
back
fight is so
after
annoying.
all.
Yeah. I know people were expecting me to play it tonight, but I basically just didn't want to.
You never stood a
Clearly, you needed some help.
Wait, I have an advantage over other Moon Knights. I can aim.
Gift from Khonshu.
Enemy in front of us.
double KO.
Don't pick a fight with vengeance personified.
I know.
Khonshu is my shield.
It's gotta be like the goon. And landed.
A gift from Khonshu. I am the light in the darkness. Thank you very much.
They're just gonna work on Ankh placement.
No worries. Anyone willing to help?
Rise and fall.
Shields up.
Love battlefield medicine. Khonshu never rests.
Behold, ugh.
Rise and fall.
I unleash the Vishal.
The moon haunts you. The wounds are gone. Thanks.
Do I have to hit them directly with the boomerang?
Ideally.
Defenses are down.
Thank you very much.
We are undefeatable!
Your turn to disappear.
I am the light in the darkness. Rise and fall. Love battlefield medicine.
Beyond sight.
Only 60 seconds left.
I'm very much. Supernova! The moon haunts you.
Us against the world.
I'm altered. Rise and fall.
Down to 30 seconds.
Get up. I'm not done.
The Vishanti's power.
Yep.
Final 10 seconds.
Rise and fall.
One of the nice
What? You're real? I'm altered.
Okay. I could definitely have played that better, but how did I get 25 kills?
Punks.
Like, what even is this shit?
That's Moon Knight.
Just go ask yourself what Moon Knight would do, then random bullshit go. Yep. I do feel like there is skill to playing Moon Knight, but the skill is knowing the angles and the onk placement. The skill is not how you play Moon Knight. It's not like your aim. It's more
You'll need a
timing
top-notch
and
team to
strategy.
win this one.
That's
why we're gonna do it again.
Cloudless night, just like the moon.
Because honestly, that one kind of sucks since they were pinned in the point. I thought I had a different Moon Knight skin though. Oh, there was another one that I had. I actually don't think this one looks bad though.
Camouflage is stupid. I want the enemy to see me and be afraid. A gift from Khonshu.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Ahem.
Your ankhs are maddening.
Not my onks, Khonshu's.
Even so, maddening.
If I'm on your side, isn't that what you want?
Look, we all make mistakes here. It's okay. You know, just because I wear red.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But I don't. I hate you.
Ultron's influence. Don't bother trying to
The sniper's been neutralized. The wings are gone. Thanks.
Well, that was the thing. I already got 4 kills.
Enemies on your tail.
A gift from Khonshu.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
That was a fine battle.
Thank you very much.
When you get close.
We make it.
served.
Don't turn back now!
Where's Hank Pym when you need him? Let the dark.
Is it? Do you have to actually hit the Ankh, or is it anywhere in the Ankh?
Reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
They can auto track towards it. That's what
Needed that, thanks.
Healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist?
Good. Rise and fall. Good night.
Ultron's influence over this land must be broken.
A gift from Khonshu.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
The wounds are gone. The moon haunts you.
Double kill.
The moon haunting you?
Vengeance is served. Found one of our targets.
They got me good. I can use a hand. Maybe a foot.
I am the light in the darkness.
The fact that he gets a double jump, I feel like Moon Knights don't employ enough.
Rise and fall.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Maximum pulse!
That feels better.
Oh no! I killed him and he killed me! Wait, oh no, he died! Okay, never, or he didn't die.
Far worse than that.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, how about that? I get revenge.
Specialty.
Disappear!
Let me go.
They got me good. I can use a hand.
Ultron's influence over this land must be broken.
Pulse charge! Fire!
A gift from Khonshu. The wounds are gone. Thanks.
Standing your way.
I don't know what the fuck those ults were, but they desperately wanted my booty hole. No! I'm getting Gladroxed! That's the first time I've ever been caught in it, I think.
So close. This is your big chance.
Someone call for tech support?
The power of the moon.
Supreme.
I'm the best there is.
The moon haunts you.
Another epic victory.
The moon! I did damage. Wish my sanity luck. Good luck, Ahido. I should have a, somewhere in my VODs, there should be, like, what I did, but fuck, I don't remember. And that was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't want to do Olga tonight. I don't remember what the hell I did. I gotta go back and look.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
Don't pay me in for get slotting Koyan. Yeah. I do feel like Moon Knight's very hit or miss, and he works best against teams that are clumping. And if the team isn't clumping, you shouldn't be playing Moon Knight. That's like my honest to God feeling on this. Do I get critical hits this Moon Knight?
Khonshu has guided me this far. I trust him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got the missions done.
Do you truly believe you can stop my grand scheme?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
So, you commune with ancient gods once in a blue moon, right, Doc?
On occasion, but to serve as one's avatar must be exhausting.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't comment. Khonshu is always listening.
Perhaps a divine
The
exorcism.
battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Khonshu seems to be enjoying the end of all that is a bit too much.
You can't kill me! I'm Moon Knight! 2 HP in a dream, baby.
Okay, and a little play.
The power
Okay,
of the moon.
Human Torch is dead.
A gift from Khonshu. Who wants a piece of me now? Low in power. Need healing.
Keep going.
Get up. I'm not done.
Faces!
Somehow dangerous. Nothing here. Suspicious.
Almost there. Don't turn back now. Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Who wants a piece of me now?
A nice deep freeze.
That's a mage.
Back where I started.
How am I supposed to be MVP as Moon Knight if I don't get pocket healed constantly?
Happy to help.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Thank you very much. The power of the moon. Time to make them pay. The moon haunts you. Thank you very much.
I've figured out peak Moon Knight gameplay.
Almost there.
What is
Don't turn
peak
back
Moon
now.
What are you thinking?
A gift from Khonshu.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
It's stand on the back of the thing, have an onk on it, and shoot it. Which apparently doesn't work, by the way.
You cost me a fortune on umbrellas, Stormy.
Time to make them pay. Let the devil
Yes.
rise and fall.
Oh, it's just like a killer ray. It's not actually like.
Yeah. Like, imagine Sue's ult, right?
That's it. Anything standing in your way.
Thanks for the kills, bitches.
That's 3.
A nice deep freeze.
Nope. Get shot.
Time to make them pay. The moon haunts you.
I like the cold. Jeff, you're just...
Very much.
From destroying Idris.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Don't beat me and forget to slot in Koyan. Yeah, that might hurt. That doesn't look like Venom. Nor is it Venom Jeff.
That's indeed. They might be Jeff though.
Okay, let's do one more with the Fox lady.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
I'm confiscating Moon Knight from you.
That's fine. You do that.
Gonna moon all over you.
But will you haunt me?
Okay. I'll haunt you in the nighttime with Tony Dan.
Yeah, we got ourselves a Lord thing. Let's go.
Lord thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy how the thing is the thing.
Yeah. He's got the thing.
You said the thing.
My
Yeah.
senses are sharp.
He did the thing.
My claws are ready.
I mean, yo, he looked like a Hawaiian thing.
Well, he was the thing.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You got out of the alley.
I did, but I'm not entirely certain where I got out to.
There's a lot of that going around.
I
Maybe
think
Doom
his
can
glasses.
sort it out.
You mean
The fact that he has glasses
They'll have to sort
and
each other
glasses.
out first.
Yes.
The battle starts in
Turn the
5,
pages without
4,
tearing up our
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I like you, for now. But trust me, that could change in a heartbeat.
Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Looks like the mission area is yours to catch now. Double KO. The mission area is yours.
A fox enters. Enemies scattered.
What the fuck is that Namor doing?
Team strike. Efficient. Ancestral power.
It's Namor's
Nice
disgusting
finish.
sense.
Enemies on you. My life force is exposed.
Well struck, Moon. Punch your approach.
Tentacles than Gargantos himself.
My spirit steadies.
Keep going.
Oh, she can choke slam me? That's actually kind of nasty.
KO.
Tentacles incoming. Abrupt formation.
Ah! Too much forward firepower. They blew right through all of our shields.
I'm an easy target.
The hunt resumes.
Eyeball.
The area is almost yours.
Down goes their accuracy percentage. I outnumber.
Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Okay. Well, they were delayed enough to not get to the point. That's all I can really ask for. I don't care if they kill us all as long as they don't get to protest. Sorry,
Direct on,
contest,
White
not
Fox.
protest.
Let's make this quick and clean.
Yes!
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
My mom knows about it, my daddy.
Your spells can conjure essential items in times of need, right, Doc?
I suppose they can, if the Vishanti are willing.
Good, because I have been craving a chimichanga like you cannot believe.
I am not sure that would be considered essential.
Chimichanga would definitely be considered essential. Yeah, he's good at portal.
3, 2,
I'm
1.
opening a portal.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
The Sanctum Sanctorum is my refuge, my fortress.
Oh,
I sense them. Close.
I'm gonna grab it through.
Golden reinforcements. The creature is down. Finally.
I unleash the Shanta's power.
Good timing. Perfect synergy. I'm hit. Cover me.
I am strengthened for battle. I attack the
The mission area is yours to capture now. The mission area is yours.
I tried, sorry.
I sense them. Close.
What the hell are those things? My favorite!
Us against the world. Solo as Shiva.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Yeah, I think her ult's gonna have to get tuned up ever so slightly, but she's not bad.
You've captured more than half of the mission area.
Because
Keep
it's
going.
so difficult to use her ult as a counter to another healer's ult, because she is just so much more killable. Dude, the amount of healing that she does needs to be better.
Battlefield ready again.
That's 3.
If you're close enough to hear me say this,
Control seized.
What have you summoned?
Namor's pet won't
I
be a problem.
unleash the Vishanti's power.
And just like that, I believe in magic.
The area's almost yours.
One hostile down. Spirit steadies.
Thought I was a goner.
Your devotion to Namor sealed your fate.
Ooh, got it. Yeah, my healing numbers are getting better, which is interesting. I am learning her more.
Another epic victory. Big win.
But I can definitely see that she's going to struggle against a much more coordinated team. Like, at the same time, she'll be good because she'll be able to get in and out of the, like, gameplay. But it's going to be rough because teams are going to absolutely exploit, like, you misusing your skill at the wrong time. And you're just going to be in a bad spot. Let me see who's on tonight, chat. I see no one. Literally no one.
Good night, Cat. Thanks for playing.
Yep. Later, Sparty. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the support. No stream tomorrow. It'll be date night, but then I'll be back Wednesday, and hopefully we'll start OC2 then. So, again, you guys know I love you. Hope you guys had a good one and continue to have a good one. Later.